The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parx Racing for Let's Go Racing. On the program today, we will head north of the border for the prestigious Grade 1 Woodbine Mile. War of Will, the Preakness winner last year, was looking to make it back-to-back Grade 1 wins on the grass. We'll see if he could get that done up outside of Toronto. We'll also have our local race of the week. It was an optional claimer for fillies and mares. It was John Service against Jamie Ness. We'll see if either one of those two guys got to the winner's circle yet again. We'll also have coverage from Belmont Park at the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks Invitational. And Gretzky was back. No, not the hockey player, the horse. Dave Withers will explain. And the amazing story of owner Bob Corsini. We'll have that coming up here in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parx Racing, and my Preakness friend Dick Girardi. And Dick will start the show with talking about the Preakness.
Yep.
We gave some previews last week, but the big players, both Authentic and Art Collector, were putting in their final works. And Dick, we now get a chance to see these works. They're put out, they're videoed and they're put out,
Yep.
and it really is a great help to the handicappers.
Yeah, it's on XBTV. Anybody wants to get on there, they show workouts from Santa Anita, Saratoga, really whatever's going on. Unfortunately, there's a camera at Churchill Downs now where obviously a lot of the main players are for the Preakness, including Authentic, the Derby winner, and Art Collector, who's stabled not far from Churchill but goes over to work there. So, yeah, it's really cool because I've really found it super helpful in these big races, Keith, because you really get a sense of looking at them, you know, what are they feeling like, and I think a lot of people are kind of, they think it's a mystery world, workouts. It's really not. Look at it like you'd look at a horse in a race. Do you like the way he's moving? Do you like the stride? Do you like, is he holding his line around the turn? It's all the same stuff. Don't get, it's not magical. It's real.
Now, Dick, they both look terrific. Obviously,
Yes.
Authentic comes off his performance going 1.25 miles, but Art Collector will come in as a more rested horse.
Yeah, he will. I think in some ways that slight injury that kept him out of the Derby is going to give him a better chance to win the Preakness, because I thought Tommy Drury actually made a mistake running him in that Ellis Park race in between Keeneland. I thought he just should have gone Bluegrass Derby. Would turned out he would have gotten hurt anyway, probably. But yeah, I think Art Collector's going to run giant, but somebody's going to have to run great to beat Authentic, because he's probably going to be on the lead again, and it's Baffert, and we've mentioned Baffert has won the Derby 5 times.
Right.
All 5 have won the Preakness.
Well, you mentioned Bob Baffert. You don't think the Let's Go Racing cameras had a chance to
Of
pick
course.
up some audio and video from our man Bob? Well, here's more with Bob and the Preakness.
This horse, I mean, he gets over any track, you know, and he couldn't have looked better. You know, he looked really well coming off a race like that. And, right where everything systems go for the Preakness, and got a nice work out of him. I'll come back, give him a little easier work next week, and he should be ready to go.
On the Preakness, the characteristics, there are certain characteristics with this horse that this horse has as far as thinking ahead to Pimlico and the Preakness.
Well, I mean, we've been very successful at Pimlico. We've come back in 2 weeks. He would have been able to come back in 2 weeks. I mean, he's just a very, healthy horse. But he's, if you saw today, he does everything effortlessly, and he's just a top class horse. But that's what it takes to win the Derby.
Well, Dick, not quite the Let's Go Racing cameras.
No.
We thank Jenny Reese for bringing us that coverage. And you said
Absolutely.
she is just a really terrific sports
Yeah,
writer.
no, she was the longtime horse racing writer for the Louisville Courier-Journal, and now does a whole bunch of different things in the game.
Well, Dick, we look forward to it. The Preakness, the final
A
leg
week
of the
from
final leg of this
today.
year's Triple Crown. What's wrong with that picture? Dick, let's get to some action on the racetrack. Our local race of the week came from Monday afternoon. A high-level optional claimer for fillies and mares at a mile. That second-level allowance conditioner. They could be entered for $35,000. Last Flash put
Yes.
number 2 Shiza as the favorite here at 7-5. Michael Sanchez up for John Service. Dick, she broke her A other than rather easily when she got to the front and dominated. And last time out, she dialed back to 7 furlongs and had issues at the start.
And now it looks like she might get to the front again. And last flash, Keith, what, 5-2 to even money?
Then edged back up to 7-5.
Yeah.
But boy, that's some late money on Shiza. Number 1, Mill and Gloria, the second choice here for trainer Jamie Ness. Now, Dick, she is only 2 for her last 17, and she is actually in for the 35,000. So if you want to pony up 35 grand, you got her.
Yeah, interestingly, obviously everything Jamie's putting on the track has to be taken seriously. Put a line through the previous race at Prescott. Clearly this mare did not like the Tapeta up in here.
Well, it's going to be important to see who gets the lead. Let's go to our local feature this week. So Shiza takes the early lead. Shiza moving to the backstretch on top by almost a length and a half. Mill and Gloria is sitting to her outside. She's second by 2. My Queen Michelle is third with 5.5 furlongs to go. After that comes the Circle Game, Belongs to Babe, and Monaco Princess. The first quarter, 24-1 for Shiza. Approaching the half-mile pole, she's on top by almost a length and a half. Mill and Gloria continues to give chase. 2.5 back to Belongs to Babe, who advances inside to be third. After that, My Queen Michelle, the Circle Game, Monaco Princess at the back, some 6 lengths behind. 48-1 for the half. It's Shiza. Heading past the 3/8 pole, she's clear by 2 lengths. Mill and Gloria now being asked to quicken. Belongs to Babe trying to sustain a bit at the inside. Then it's My Queen Michelle. Monaco Princess, the Circle Game, has dropped out last. Shiza stretches that lead at the top of the stretch. They turn for home. Shiza suddenly in command by 5. Shiza running away now. Looks like they'll be battling for the balance. Mill and Gloria try to hold on to second. Then Belongs to Babe, Monaco Princess on the outside. But Shiza went right to the front, and she never looked back. She's going to come coasting home here. Shiza. Well, jockey Michael Sanchez knew where he wanted to be aboard Shiza, and that was in front. Dickie dictated the terms, and when they came toward the top of the stretch, he just opened up, and she continued to widen all the way to the finish, won by better than 10 lengths, paid $4.80 to win. Dick, that was an impressive effort.
Yeah, I'll say. It was like never in doubt, and as I was watching your call, Keith, it was like you knew it was over pretty quickly because nobody was making any move at all. And Michael Sanchez is now over 80 wins at this shortened meet this year. And as we've been saying for a while now, he's going to win his first outright jockey's title after tying with Frankie Pennington last year.
Well, Dick, we're going to head to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. You've had some amazing stories in the past. This owner, Bob Corsini, this might be like the only time ever this has happened.
Yeah, this is an amazing story.
Be right back after this.
Confessor takes over, leads it by 2. Weather Wiz is trying to stay with him.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parx Racing for Let's Go Racing. Our special feature this week highlights an 88-year-old owner, Dick, that you had a chance to write an incredible story about that's on letsgoracingparks.com. Mr. Bob Corsini, Dick, 88 years old. He had been out of the game for 57 years.
That is correct. Bob last owned a horse in 1963, and here on Labor Day, I run into Scott Lake, and Scott says, I got to tell you this story. Well, Bob had called the racing office at Delaware Park looking for a trainer. Scott was the first one to call him back. He said, you're hired. He explained to Scott the story. Hey, look, I'm 88 years old. I want to get back in the winner's circle once before I pass away. Scott claims a horse for $20,000 called Confessor. They're about to run him in an off-the-turf race. He's 3-5. He gets scratched in a post parade. So you're thinking, this is not going to go well. Then they enter him back for $20,000 at Delaware on Labor Day. And it was right, Scott. The horse had literally just run when I ran to Scott. He wins the race. Bob's in the winner's circle. He's crying. His family, a couple of his son or daughter was there with him. Just an awesome story.
He wants to go back,
57
and he
years.
wins his first race.
He last owned a horse in 1963.
Well, here's more with trainer Scott Lake.
We're here with Parks trainer Scott Lake. Scott, you've been training for so many years, but yet you'll still find owners that just invigorate the sport and the excitement. You have a great story. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I got a guy that called a couple months ago about claiming a horse. He's been out of the business since 1963. He's 83 years old. He said, I just wanted to get in the winner's circle one more time before I pass away. And we claimed him a horse, and it's just been it's been the funnest thing ever.
A horse like that can get somebody up in the morning. I always remember the owner of Wise Dam, Morton Fink, said that horse woke him up. So I'm sure he calls you. Does he call you and just get super excited?
Yeah, he was super excited about the whole process, and then we claimed the horse for him. And horse is doing good. He's, we got him in. He's off the turf that comes off the grass. He's 3-5, and they scratched him in post parade because the vet didn't like the way he was going, and the old man was just totally devastated. And I want to cry because he's so upset. And we did some work with the horse, got him going well. Finally, got him back in, and he won. He went wire to wire the other day, and the old man. I was here at Parks. It was on PA Breeders' Day, so I called him in the winner's circle. He's like, I can't talk right now. I'm crying, and he ended up calling me at home later that night. But it's just phenomenal, that story.
I know you've been training for many years, and I know you like to win for all your owners, but to win for an owner like that has to be really special.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite wins, without a doubt.
Oh, well done.
And of course, special thanks to Danny Gibson for catching up there with Scott Lake. And I think it's hard to, you can't make it up. Just a tremendous story. We feel great for Bob.
Yeah, no question. And look, those are the kind of stories we all love. I actually saw Danny maybe 20 minutes after I saw Scott on Labor Day. And we've done a lot of stories together. She does the video, and I'll write the story. And I said, Danny, we have to do this story. She said, absolutely. And yeah, thanks to Bob and his family and everybody involved in the story. And yeah, hopefully Confessor can win some more. And I said to Bob, I said, you gonna buy some 2-year-olds? He said, I might. I said, why not?
I'll bet that win meant a lot to Scott as well.
It did. It was. I think he said it was one of the top highlights of his career.
Well, Dick, let's get to some national coverage now. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. And in this case, it's international action. As we head up to Woodbine, the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile, $1 million purse. Dick, it's number 8, War of Will. He's 2-1 for trainer Mark Casse, of course, last year's Preakness winner. Dick, last time out, a tremendous victory in a Grade 1 race on the grass at Keeneland. Not easy to be a Grade 1 winner on dirt and on grass.
No, it's not. And obviously this horse is going to be Will that won him as a sire. He's by Warfront, is a terrific sire out of a Sadler's Wells mare, so there's all kinds of stuff there. I'll say this to you, Keith. I bet this horse and picked him in the Preakness last year when he was 6-1. I still can't believe the price. And I haven't bet him since. I didn't really like him in any of those races. And I actually thought in the Maker's Mark, he won. It was a Grade 1. Right. I thought it was a Grade 1 in name only. He beat Next Shares by a Parlor. I just didn't think it was much of a race. So I'm not buying it. It beat Parlor and Raging Bull. So no.
Hey, it counts, Dick.
No, I know.
Number 1, March to the Arch, the second choice here, 5-2. Also, trainer Mark Casse. Dick was just outstanding in the prep race here, winning the Grade 2 King Edward, and draws inside and gets some pace to run at.
And of course, as good as Mark is here, and he's going into the Hall of Fame whenever they can have the ceremony, but not be next year. He's a superstar in Canada, has been for a long, long time. And my point really on War of Will was, he won. I'm still betting against him. I'm not liking him, especially when he's the favorite.
And pick number 4, Starship Jubilee. She's 5-1. Now, she's a mare against the boys, but she has put together just an incredible resume.
Yeah, about 18 of 37 lifetime, claimed for $16,000.
16!
January of 2017, Keith. She's won 11 stakes.
Yeah, and she loves the Woodbine course.
Yes,
she's 5-1. Here's the call.
Going out in front, Admiralty Pier for Steve Bain by 2 to Value Proposition, a bit ragged to the turn. On the inside, Shirl Spites had the run of the race. A length behind them is War of Will on the outside, improving now. Starship Jubilee the centre, and back on the rails, Armistice Day from Olympic Runner. March to the Arch at the back in the centre. They come inside the 3/8. Admiralty Pier out in front by a length to Value Proposition. Off the track, War of Will. Shirl Spite on the inside. In the centre, Starship Jubilee, and as they come down the lane, Olympic Runner is wider and racing out in front. Going to the front, War of Will with Admiralty Pier. They share it from Starship Jubilee, Olympic runner down the outside, and March to the Arch getting home between horses, but Starship Jubilee has run to the front, and Starship Jubilee out in front of War of Will. March to the Arch into second spot, but Starship Jubilee has gone on to defeat the boys in the Rico Woodbine Miles.
Well, Dick and his Starship Jubilee here at 5-1. Trainer Kevin Adhart said when he looked at the board, she was 6-1, and he couldn't believe she wasn't getting any respect. Gets bumped down a little bit to 5-1, wins by a length, pays $13.50 to win. And Dick, she is just an amazing grass runner.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have to make a choice. Is it going to be the Breeders' Cup Mile or the filly and mare Turf at Keeneland? But obviously they win and you're in, so they're going to the Breeders' Cup with this brilliant, now 7-year-old mare, Starship Jubilee. You just like, really? Claim for 16,000? Make almost a couple million?
Boy,
it's a great story.
Too bad
She's a neat horse.
My 401 isn't doing as well as that. Dick, let's go to Belmont Park, another Grade 1 race. It's the Belmont Oaks Invitational. 3-year-old fillies at 1.25 miles on the grass, a field of 5. Number 2, Magic Attitude, the 6-5 choice for trainer Arnaud Delacour, who's been in the Grade 1 races in France, and she was a runner-up 2 back.
Yeah, on paper, she just lays over the field, giving what she's been running against. She is owned by the Lale stable of Roy and Gretchen Jackson of Barbara fame.
Number 5, Antoinette, second choice at 7-5 for trainer Bill Mott. Dick, she comes off a big victory last time out when she was very game to win.
Yeah, she was. Loose, fractions okay, and holds on all the way through. Only an 88 number, but it's Bill Mott and Loose and Godolphin and Johnny Vick.
Grade 1 Belmont Oaks Invitational. Here's the call.
It's Antoinette setting the pace here and leading by almost 2. Setting the mood is down at the rail. On the outside, it is Key Biscayne and Neige Blanche in between. Another 2 back to Magic Attitude in 5th. The half mile, 49 4/5 seconds. Antoinette is the leader here by 3/4 of a length. Long shot, Key Biscayne on the outside, setting the mood down at the rail. Then Neige Blanche, and at the back, it's still the favorite, Magic Attitude in 5th. Antoinette holding on to the lead here. It is Antoinette in front with a half mile to the finish. Antoinette 3/4 of a length. Key Biscayne is in second, setting the mood, saving ground down at the rail. Then Neige Blanche. Magic Attitude is in 5th, about 4.5 lengths off the lead. Now they're midway around the turn, and Antoinette is asked to pick it up here and now opens up by almost 2. Setting the mood, Key Biscayne, Neige Blanche, and Magic Attitude. The field is at the top of the stretch. Antoinette's been in front right from the start, continues to lead. Neige Blanche on the outside moving into second. Here comes Magic Attitude now from third as they come down for the 8th pole, and Magic Attitude kicks in here. Magic Attitude has taken over the lead from Antoinette.
I think this is the kind of move that we see from those good European runners.
Yes.
Magic Attitude just sitting at the back, but boy, when she unleashes it, she comes down the middle of the course and inhales the front runners and goes on to win by better than 2 lengths at the end. $4.30 to win. Big Magic Attitude. That was that great looking grass acceleration that we love.
Yeah, I mean, it's the classic. They just covered her up for the whole race, let her out in the stretch, and she just blew by the field like they weren't even there. But yeah, that is the European move. And look, Arnaud Delacour is a terrific trainer, and he's done really well with the Jackson's horses all up and down the East Coast.
Well, nice to see the Jacksons back in there with another Grade 1 victory. Let's get to Monmouth Park for the Grade 3 Salvatore Mile. Dick, the favorite here is number 6, Pirate Punches, off at 2-1 for trader Grant Forster. Now, Dick was disqualified last time out from a victory in the Grade 3 Island.
Yeah, there's been some controversial DQs this year.
Yeah.
This would be right at the top of my list. This was a horrible DQ. And Warriors Charge got put up. That's Marshall Graham's horse. I was actually texting with Marshall. I said, congratulations, Marshall. He says, we didn't deserve that one, but he took it.
Second choice, number 4, Top Line Growth, is 5-2 for trader Kelly Rubley. Dick was off 11 months and then runs a giant race.
Wins by 5, gets a 97 buyer at Laurel. Now, it's the old question, when they're off that long and they give you that effort, are they going to be able to come back with it 5 weeks later?
Salvatore Mile, here's the call.
Wind of Change is pumped up on the front end. Kicks Clear is up by 2.5 lengths. Prendimi couldn't keep up with that early heat. Pirates Punch is taken third, so they stalk that pace setter. Valid Points in fourth, Bal Harbor saving ground in fifth. Further back comes Top Line Growth, still second to last, Golden Brown, and at the back, Name Changer, Wind of Change, 22-3 in the opening quarter. Still 2 lengths clear, but they're getting closer. Prendimi is traveling with Pirates Punch. They're still second and third. Bal Harbor is getting a touch closer there with Top Line Growth, who's cruising in the 5th position. Valid Point is losing ground quickly. Further back, Golden Brown, Name Changer, Wind of Change is trying to hold on, but here comes Prendimi in a 3 wide. Pirates Punch comes calling for the lead. Top Line Growth, Bal Harbor is caught in traffic. Name Changer is making a wide move as they're well into the far turn in the Salvatore Mile. They're approaching the quarter pole. Pirates Punch has the lead. Pirates Punch is going to have to hold off Top Line Growth. Bal Harbor gets some room in the red cap, scoots through to the inside. Pirates Punch at the top of the stretch. Pirates Punch is 2 lengths clear. Top Line Growth. Also Bal Harbor in pursuit. Name Changer is wide in that second grouping. Pirates Punch just keeps finding on the front end. It's 3 lengths clear. Top Line Growth is going to try one more time with Bal Harbor. Pirates Punch in the Salvatore Mile.
Well, Dick, Pirates Punch was DQ'd from that victory last time out, but there's no doubt about it here. Gets a wicked pace to run at and ends up drawing off to win by 2 pays $6.60 to win, and Pirates Punch in the winner's circle, a little redemption.
Yeah, he's a neat horse. He got a 99 buyer. They'll be eligible for that Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. I know George Vargas, who we know from around here, he's very excited on the possibility that he'll keep the mount and get to go down and ride at the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland. And that DQ, again, it was not his fault.
Right.
In fact, it shouldn't have been a DQ, but can't do anything about that now.
Let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We have more action to take a look at, and we'll talk about a number. How about 9,000? We'll talk about that. We come back after this.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry spends tens of millions of dollars supporting agriculture? From local farmers and farm workers to veterinarians and more. And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs. Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Got to give our weekly award to the Jockey and Trainer of the Week, brought to you by those great folks at the Turning for Home program. Log on to their website at turningforhome.org. Dick, we want to give some love to a couple of guys that we just don't mention it up there. Numbers 6 and 7 are jockey standings, so they're winning some races. Luis Ocasio and Sylvester Gonzalez, who just continue to grind it out and do an excellent job. They get a little bit of love this week. And Dick, I mentioned 9,000. How about our man Steve Asmussen? 9,000, yes, 9,000 career wins.
Only the second trainer in history. Dale Baird is out there. Steve will catch him within the next couple of years, because Steve is usually good for 350, 400, 450 wins a year. And he had the great line afterwards. They asked him, well, what do you think? He says, hey, if it wasn't important, they wouldn't keep the statistics. It's a big deal. And obviously he's going for Ted. And Steve is not that old.
No.
There's no telling what the number is going to be. He's going to put up a Russell Bayes-like number for trainers, which I'm not sure anybody's ever going to catch.
The old Cy Young type numbers. Nobody's going to be close. Dick, let's get to race recap, brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com. Become an owner today. Back up north at Woodbine. A couple of Grade 1 races on the grass for the 2-year-olds. The boys' races this summer. And the favorite here is number 4, Gretzky the Great. Yes, Dick Gretzky the Great. He's back at 2-1. And Dick, he's going to, where else should he be? He should be in the winner's circle.
Yeah, he was great in this race. He sat second behind the pace, just blows the field away in a stretch. And by a hockey player named Nyquist, and they named him Gretzky the Great, and he was the greatest ever to play hockey without any question.
$6.80 to win, Dick. The race for the 2-year-old fillies is the Natoma, and I love the name of this horse, number 6, Lady Spitespear. She's a daughter of Spitestown and Lady Shakespeare. They named her Lady Spitespear. That's great. And Dick, who's Natoma?
Natoma is the dam of the greatest Canadian bred of all, Northern Dancer, the 1964 Kentucky Derby winner, and this filly's going to win pretty convincingly at the end, and she looks like she'll go on to the Breeders' Cup. Juvenile fillies turf, I would think. But yeah, anytime you get a Northern Dancer connection in Canada, they love it. Of course, he's a legendary stallion as well as a great racehorse.
Lady Spitespear paid $7 to win it. Dick, finally, the Grade 3 Sing Spiel, $125,000 purse, a mile and a quarter on the grass. Number 4, Standard Deviation. Slight choice here at 7-2. But Dick, number 8, Count Again, who's 9-1 for Gail Cox, got a terrible trip and still comes on to win. What an effort by Count Again.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you're thinking this horse has got no chance, but that late run wins these long grass races often, and here comes Count Again to win.
Shuffled, steadied, and then comes on to win. Gail Cox having a pretty good meet up there. Another graded victory for Gail. Dick, Ion Racing, and a little big weekend at Santa Anita. How about 5 graded races on Saturday and another 3 on Sunday as they get set for the Breeders' Cup?
Right, this is all their Breeders' Cup prep races, and it's opening day for Santa Anita as well. They pushed it back from a week before, Keith, because of the fires and everything that were happening. I mean, you could literally see the fires right outside of the San Gabriel Mountains there, which of course is the backdrop to Santa Anita. So glad that the great race place is going to be open, and hopefully everything will go fine out there.
It's Overflow next week on Let's Go Racing. Dick, we're going to wrap it up. News and notes. We'll be right back after this.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. Our final segment brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved with that important continued education on the backstretch and do it with the Granny Fund. He's Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick. We talked about 9,000, which is just a ridiculous number, but we have a terrific trainer right here on the backstretch that is approaching 2,000, and he is in our Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's our great friend Lupe Preciado, who's certainly one of the best to ever train racehorses at this racetrack, and he's sitting on 2,000. Hopefully he'll get it fairly soon.
I think he's at a 1,991, so
it could
he's
take
getting there.
9 is in this game could take a couple of weeks. It could take, you never know.
He doesn't saddle as many as he used to, but we can't wait for Lupe to hit that 2,000 mark. That's going to wrap it up for this week's edition of Let's Go Racing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on Let's Go Racing.